Hello guys, I'm Tristan Lambert. Today, I'm going to be drinking a pipeline punch monster. So, let's get right into drinking this now. Oh yes! That is nice. Now this is a beverage I haven't had in a long time. But last time I had it was around three and a half years ago. And it's a flavour I enjoyed. However, I did find it to be very sweet. It does taste a little different than I remember it though. It's nice, it's pretty good now, actually. Is it my favourite flavour based on these few sips? No. It definitely doesn't hit the big three. However, it's pretty nice. If I had to relate this to another monster, maybe a chaotic, I think. In a way, this flavour is actually quite similar to a chaotic in a way. Now that I think about it, this flavour is quite different now. In a nice way. And they've even taken down the sugar. It's only 43 grams of sugar in this, guys. I think the one I had a few and a half years ago had like 50 something, I don't know. About the same as a Monarch. But you know what? This is pretty good now. I wouldn't call it necessarily a fruity flavour. But it's a pretty nice flavour, I like it. Would I take this over a chaotic? No, I'd still prefer a chaotic over this one. But this one's alright now. I have this over an assault, I think. For sure. I don't think I'd have this like all the time. But it's kind of like a good solid ground middle flavour so far. Like if I had to rank them, you got the big three, you know, your Monarch, the Doctor and Pacific Punch. Then in like the middle you have like chaotic at the top. Then this will be in there somewhere, Pipeline Punch. And maybe the Ripper as well. It's got like a little tinge to it. It's definitely still relatively sweet. Like it's definitely still got the sweetness to it. To me, it's basically, think of like, well, it's like a Pacific Punch or a chaotic, but very, very sweet, like just the sweetness of it. It's definitely less sweet than it used to be. However, like, it's still quite sweet. I'm just looking at the ingredients here, like orange, apple, guava, pineapple, and passion fruit. It doesn't go down the most smooth. I think this is a flavour that's better to take slowly. And I think I took it a little bit too quickly here. So I'm going to take a little breather from sipping for a while. And yeah, but I will say I prefer this version, this one here, to the one I had 3 years ago. It's still not one I'd have all the time though. There's definitely better flavours out there. When I actually had this, it's one of the first monsters I ever had. It just happened to be there, you know. In terms of the taste itself, it tastes just as I remember it. But I did have a bad experience when I first had this one because I fell ill shortly after. Like, you know, when you drink something and then you get an illness that's completely unrelated to the beverage in question, but it still throws you off from drinking it, you know. It was kind of like that. I had it with orange juice as well at one point. Ooh! It is pretty sweet. It is pretty sweet still. If you're into very sweety flavours, then you'll like this. But if you don't like sweet flavours, then you probably will not like this. You know what I mean? It's not the worst flavour I've had, obviously. I mean, it definitely beats a mule. I'm going to keep mentioning a mule. That's my least favourite in my opinion, because I'm just not into ginger, that's all. But yeah, and I'll take this over the original Monster. And also an Assault, I'd say. But I think that's where it's at right now for me. Wow, that was a burp. Little one, but still. But yeah, that's where it's at for me right now. I think any other Monster would beat this that I've had for a while. Next, I've got the Mango Loco Monster coming up after this one. That should be out soon. In like a week or whatever. But yeah, overall it's still a right flavour. It's not terrible. I'd have it every now and again, but not all the time. I think I'd have it over, like I said, a few Monsters, but we have to wait and see. I haven't finished drinking them all yet. So yeah, it's time to finish this. Yeah, wow, wow. Wah-ya! Wah-hee-ha! Ooh. An interesting can crush, my mans. So, that's my opinion of the Pipeline Punch Monster. It's good. They've definitely made it better from what I remember. It's less sweet now, but it's not my favourite flavour, and I'd have quite a few Monster flavours over that one. But once I finish drinking all the sugared Monster flavours, not the non-ultra ones, I'll rank them. So, we'll find out soon where this one lies. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and goodbye, and I will see you in the next video.